Well, welcome to Wigram Skies, a new subdivision just out of Christchurch. Now, Alan Grove here works for Ngāi Tahu Property. Alan, can you tell us a little bit about this subdivision? I mean, obviously it's a little bit different to your average one. For example, right now we're sitting in an old air traffic control tower. What's that all about?
Well, quite right. Wigram is probably best known in Christchurch for being an aerodrome or an airport. It goes right back to the 1920s and 1930s when the sort of aviation was born at Wigram. And it's been used through those years with the military and more recently as a private airfield. It didn't actually stop being an airfield until February 2008, I think, at which point our focus really went into converting the 200 odd hectares of land into a mixed-use residential subdivision.
Okay, so your motivation for developing this into a subdivision, where is that at?
Well, I guess clearly at the moment there's a real pressing need in Christchurch for new housing. We've got nearly 2,000 sections to build, or 2,000 new homes, which translates into about 4,000 people. So if you can imagine a new suburb or a whole new town in Christchurch, that's really what Wigram will be. We will have a town centre with shops and supermarkets, we'll have a school over time, and we'll have some sort of business related uses as well. So it really is a whole new community that we're building.
So obviously developing 2,000 sections takes quite a bit of time. When did this project start?
Well, we purchased the land. I guess that's where it always starts, doesn't it? When you purchase a piece of land back in 1997. Now, since then, we have to get involved in the conversion of land, which was, of course, an airport. We had to convert that through a planning process with the Christchurch City Council to allow them, or to allow us to build new houses. So I guess that's when it really starts, and we spent a number of years in that sort of process. The more interesting bit is once all those consents come out and you can actually start building. This really is an 18-year project, which, given the events of the Canterbury earthquakes, is now going to be much closer to 12 years. So it really is a fast-track program. We are typically building somewhere close to 250 sites in 1 year, and that is an incredible amount of work, and credit has to be given to our contractors. In a normal year you'd be doing half that, but with the pressure that's on to get people into new homes in Christchurch, we're building a lot faster.
And I can see some plans here, obviously a lot of design considerations. In terms of giving people a great place to live, what do you think about? What do you try and include in your big subdivision other than just shops and a supermarket and things?
Well, it comes back to that big word, community, and I think really community does require some certain things. We like to provide a lot of green space. We like the idea of families living at Wigram Skies, families having the opportunity to enjoy the green space. So as you can see, there's plenty of parks. There's a very large sports park. There'll be children's playgrounds. There might even be a flying fox, all sorts of wonderful fun things for the kids to do. We're building a new town centre, which will have a supermarket and maybe some shopping, cafes and other bits and pieces. So it really is about providing things to do. We want people to come here and enjoy living, not just somewhere they have a house. It's actually a community.
Yeah, and that's really filling a need here in Christchurch, because you saw some of those red zoned houses this morning out at Avondale. 7,000 houses have been red zoned, so people can't go back to rebuilding there. So they may choose to live somewhere like this instead.